mushkilan se, with great difficulty, we've been able to get to the information to Pakistan. There are so many cases I could tell you about. I'm going to tell you just a couple of cases. One case of a young girl called Zohra Majid, 4 years old. In fact, we have a picture here. Focus on this middle picture. That's Zohra Majid. Pellet injuries all over her body. All over her body, on her face, on her stomach, on her arms. Another young girl, 23 years old, in critical care at the moment. A bullet has perforated her intestines, her uterus, her stomach, everything. That bullet is lodged in her L4 vertebrae, in her lower back. The doctors say that she's obviously in a comatose state. She's in a coma. But they don't know whether she's going to survive. If she wakes up, she's paralyzed. Now, these are just a couple of cases. An elderly man, 80 years old, beaten to a pulp. An 85-year-old grandmother, beaten ruthlessly. Ruthlessly. There are 5,000 injured in Kashmir. And injuries aren't just chapat or something like that. These injuries are critical. They are pellet injuries. They are beatings. They are blood. I have not seen so much blood in my life. My clothes have been filled with people's blood by carrying them, by seeing what's going on inside Kashmir. Every time I close my eyes, all I see are those victims. Those 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 13-year-olds. There is a young boy of 8 years old. Just ask your viewers to understand what they were doing when they were 8 years old. When you're an 8-year-old boy, what is your job? All you do is play cricket. You watch movies. You go with your friends. These 8-year-olds have hundreds of pellet injuries in their body. Some of those pellet injuries are lodged in their hearts. Inside their heart. You cannot do surgery on that because these pellets expand and they explode. Some of these pellet injuries are lodged in their stomach, in their spine. They're touching their nervous system, which means that they will lose their mobility. So this is the situation in Kashmir right now. There are thousands of people that are, when I mean thousands, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people that are in jail. And what is that jail? This is not the jail that you thane pe jate. Home arrest, house arrest. You cannot go outside. You go outside, you get shot. Another young girl, targeted killing. A targeted killing. A bullet was shot right at her. She was killed on the spot. Her brother and her cousin tried to take her to the hospital. And in the hospital, the army and the police tried to remove the body, to hide that dead body. She was dead on arrival in the hospital. And the army and the police, they tried to hide that body and tried to threaten the attendants that if you try to tell anybody or if you try to bury her, we can't even bury our dead. Eid ke din, they were firing on us. Kya kar rahe dunya? Kya kar rahe log? Pakistan ke log, for God's sake, help us. We can no longer die. We can no longer give any more blood. We need your support, inshallah.
Information Minister Pervez Rasheed has said slogans of Islam and Kashmir should not be used for political gains. Addressing a function in Lahore Press Club, the Information Minister said no one can snatch the right to self-determination from the people of Indian-occupied Kashmir. He said world follows Pakistan's print and electronic media and the slogan of Kashmir should be adopted as a principle. Pervez Rasheed said Pakistan itself is the victim of terrorism.